Hi everyone, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to pop down our card for next week, which is the week starting 3rd of June, Monday the 3rd of June. Can't believe we're nearly already halfway through the year. So let's have a little shuffle, just using this black and white Faulkner deck as usual. Just going to have a little shuffle with it. Okay, let's have a little look and see what we've got with the Faulkner deck. So our first tarot card is the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords is all about kind of watching out for people that might not have your best interests at heart. Sorry if I'm a little bit sniffy. I've got a bit of hay fever going on at the moment, so I apologise for that in advance. So the Seven of Swords talks about the trickster, really. Somebody who might not have your best interests at heart. They might not be telling you the whole truth. They might be being a bit shifty. So it's an energy of just being aware of that, really. Now, it's a kind of bit of a heads up. So don't always just see it as a really negative card. It can just be pointing out to you that you have to be careful who you trust. So to just keep your wits about you. So rather than look at it as a really bad card, you know, like, oh God, somebody is going to be cheating on me, they're going to be lying to me. It might not necessarily be something that is that deep. But this card is just asking you to just bear in mind, you know, keep your eyes open and just be aware that not everybody that you come across is always exactly the person that they pretend to be, or the image that they care to project to the world. So it's a bit of a heads up. Excuse me. So it's asking you. I'm really sorry. This whole hay fever thing's horrible at the moment. So yeah, it is asking you to just be aware of what's going on around you. So it's just your guides really giving you a bit of a heads up to just keep your eyes open. Don't just blindly trust somebody. Just allow yourself to, you know, go into your intuition, go into your inner wisdom, and just be aware of that. So our next card that we have for the rest of the week is a Two of Swords. So we've got quite a lot of thinking energy this week. Last week we had all emotions. It was all about the cups. It was all emotional. It was all about feelings. This week it's all about thinking. The Swords thinking cards. Excuse me. So they are asking you to be mindful, asking you to consider what is going on around you rather than feeling what's going on around you. It's asking you to think about it. So I always encourage people not to overthink, and that's a very easy place to slip into. You know, we can all get into that place sometimes. We're just really overthinking everything. Don't be in that energy, but do give consideration to what's going on around you. Be mindful, be thoughtful about what's going on. Think about what's happening. You know, who is this? Who is this? What is this situation? Be aware of it. Look out for it. Not saying that you have to really overly focus on it, because when we overly focus on it, then we draw that energy in. So just be aware, you know, just keep your wits about you, basically. The Two of Swords then talks about us having some choices and some decisions to make. So the number two cards are always about balance, having two options. You know, it could be opposites, you know, one takes you in this direction, one takes you in that direction. As you can see, the pathways here kind of converge, so it's almost like you come to a bit of a place where you have to choose. Sometimes we go through life keeping our options open all the time, and that's great, you know, if that's the right energy for the right time, then that's fine. But sometimes you have to make a decision, and it feels like this week we might well need to be making some decisions. Hold on just one second, just got a visitor. Hey, you. Hey. It's just popped in to say hello. Not quite sure where Chinook is. It's very, very warm here in London. today. It's been sort of 25, 26, 27, that sort of heat. Now, that's not probably hot to people that come from hot countries, but to us, it's just a little bit warm. So the cats have just been flopping about, really. But he's quite interested at the moment. He's popped over to say hi. Look, Molly, hello. So yeah, they've come along to say hello. I'm not sure where the other one is though. He's probably just having a rest. So, sorry, back to our cards. So the energy in these cards is asking us to be mindful, thoughtful, consider where we are. You know, you may not be quite ready to make this decision yet, but it's asking you to be mindful. If I put this Seven of Swords in here, it is, I kind of feel like I want to say do your research. If you do have a choice to make, do your research and make sure that you haven't got any of this energy in there waiting to be kind of dealt with. Sorry, just excuse me 1 second. Just have a cat looking out the window. We don't want to be doing that. Get down you. That's it. I do worry about them being silly and just falling out the window sometimes. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'll put down our animal oracle cards to go with these. Yeah, be mindful, I would say, is the message. Be mindful if you've got a decision to make. Make sure that there's not somebody in there that's not got your best interests at heart. Okay, let's just have a little look and see what our animal oracle has got for us. Okay, there we go. Okay. Right, so the animal that I have is the frog. So the frog spirit talks about clearing out the clutter. So in the context of these two cards, it almost feels like the clutter might be those people that don't have your best interests at heart, or projects that really aren't going anywhere. Things that aren't really congruent with what you want to do. So it's about getting focused really on what you would like to be doing and clearing out all the stuff, all the bump around you that isn't really floating your boat. It's not leading you to your best and your highest good. So we all have that stuff, you know, that we've done for years and that we've kept doing it because we think we should, or it's a habit. Sometimes it's time to chuck all of that out and get it all out of your way, so that once you've cleared all that clutter out of the way, it makes your decision making much more much easier, and you can feel much more confident with your decision making, that you're making the right choices for yourself because you've cleared out all this stuff. And also, you know, Seven of Swords, once you clear out all the clutter, then you can see more clearly who that person may be that's not being genuine, what that offer that's being given to you is that might not be all that it's cracked up to be. So there's a lot of energy of having to clear it all out, and then you'll be able to see things, understand things, and think about things more clearly, and that will lead to you being able to make much better decisions for yourself. So it's a really interesting set of cards this week. As I say, last week was all about feelings. This week it's all about thinking clearly. The swords are all about that, you know, being able to think clearly, being able to strategize and have a plan and all of that kind of energy. So it's a good energy for the week, because it leads you to being able to get things done. It leaves you to be able to clear out the stuff that's no good for you anymore, which is a great place to be. So I will leave that with you. If you have enjoyed the reading, please give the video a like. Please feel free to share it with people if you think they might be interested. And do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.